Ever thought of what occupied the surface of the earth long before humans existed? From horned beasts that roamed ancient plains to sea monsters gliding through primeval oceans, these creatures ruled their worlds in ways both terrifying and magnificent. Today, we're bringing 7 of those giants back to life, not in flesh but in story, to remember the titans that once shaped the planet. From the mysterious unicorn of Siberia to the colossal bird of Madagascar, these are 7 giant animals that are now extinct, each leaving behind bones, legends, and a whisper of awe across time. 1. Sivatherium giganteum, Shiva's beast. Imagine a giraffe, but built like a tank. That was Sivatherium giganteum, sometimes called Shiva's beast. It roamed parts of India and Africa during the Pleistocene epoch, about 1 million years ago. Despite being related to giraffes, it didn't have the long, elegant neck we know today. Instead, it had a thick, muscular body, short but powerful legs, and 4 horn-like projections on its head, 2 large ones and 2 smaller ones, almost like a double crown. Its fossils were first discovered in the Siwalik Hills of Pakistan, and its name connects to the Hindu god Shiva, a fitting tribute for such a majestic creature. Some local traditions suggest that ancient people may have seen its remains and imagined stories of divine beasts with multiple horns. Standing nearly 3 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing over a ton, Sivatherium likely browsed on leaves and shrubs, using its size for protection. It vanished roughly 10,000 years ago, possibly due to climate shifts or human hunting, yet its mythic look continues to echo in depictions of sacred horned animals, half real, half divine, a memory of when gods and beasts seemed to walk the same earth. 2. Plesiosauria, dragons of the deep. If the ocean could dream, it would dream of plesiosaurs. These marine reptiles lived during the Mesozoic era, sharing the planet with dinosaurs but never setting foot on land. With long, snake-like necks, sleek torpedo-shaped bodies, and 4 massive flippers. They were built for gliding through ancient seas with eerie grace. Their appearance alone could inspire legends. And in many ways, it did. Centuries after they disappeared, stories of sea serpents and underwater monsters began to surface, perhaps sparked by fossil finds. The famous Loch Ness Monster? Its silhouette almost perfectly mirrors that of a plesiosaur, long neck, small head, broad body. Coincidence? Maybe. But the resemblance is uncanny. Despite their fearsome image, plesiosaurs weren't necessarily apex predators. Many species fed on fish or squid, snapping with rows of needle-sharp teeth. When they went extinct about 66 million years ago, likely due to the same asteroid that ended the age of dinosaurs, they left behind more than fossils. They left an imprint on our imagination. The idea that deep beneath the waves, something ancient and powerful still waits. 3. Barbary lion, the lost king of the Maghreb. Long before lions were known as kings of the savannah, there was one that ruled the mountains, the Barbary lion, also called the Atlas lion. Panthera leo once prowled across North Africa, from Morocco to Egypt. Larger and heavier than today's African lions, with males reaching over 270 kilograms, it had a magnificent dark mane that flowed down to its belly. In ancient times, it was the symbol of power and royalty. Roman emperors captured them for gladiator fights, and Moroccan kings kept them as living emblems of strength. But by the 20th century, humans had hunted them to extinction in the wild. The last confirmed sighting was in the 1940s. The Barbary lion lives on only in legends, and possibly in a few captive descendants with diluted bloodlines. It represented courage and sovereignty to the Berber people, and appeared in royal seals and stories of mountain spirits that took the form of lions. When it vanished, so too did a part of the wild majesty of North Africa, a reminder that even kings can fall when their kingdom burns. 4. Vorombe Titan, the Giant of Madagascar. If size were power, Vorombe Titan would have ruled the skies, except it couldn't fly. This elephant bird from Madagascar was the largest bird that ever lived, standing over 3 meters tall and weighing close to 800 kilograms. To put that in perspective, that's heavier than a horse. These enormous birds belonged to the Epiornithidae family and survived until surprisingly recently, possibly as late as the 15th century. Early explorers and Arab traders visiting Madagascar told stories of a monstrous bird that could lift elephants into the air. Those tales inspired the myth of the roc, the legendary bird of Arabic and Persian lore. Even Marco Polo mentioned it. In reality, Vorombe Titan was a peaceful herbivore, likely feeding on fruits and leaves. But its size and the discovery of massive eggs, some over 30 centimeters long, gave it an aura of legend. When humans arrived on the island, they hunted the birds and raided their nests, leading to their extinction. The roc, it seems, was not a creature of fantasy, but a memory of a time when giants still walked, or in this case, stomped the earth. 5. Stegosaurus, the armored guardian. No list of ancient giants is complete without the Stegosaurus. Living around 150 million years ago during the Jurassic period, this plant-eating dinosaur was a walking fortress. It stood nearly 4 meters tall and could reach 9 meters in length. But what made it unforgettable were the massive kite-shaped plates running down its back and the lethal spikes on its tail, the famous thagomizer. Despite its fearsome appearance, Stegosaurus wasn't a predator. It was an herbivore, content to graze on low-lying plants. Those iconic back plates may have helped regulate body temperature or been used for display, perhaps to attract mates or intimidate rivals. Its brain was surprisingly small, roughly the size of a walnut, which has often made it the butt of jokes. But this dinosaur's strength lay in its design. Defense through deterrence. It embodied resilience, a creature that could stand its ground in a dangerous world. To this day, its silhouette remains one of the most recognizable in all of paleontology, proof that even the gentle giants of history could wear armor like a knight. 6. Beelzebufo, the devil frog. The name alone could give you chills. Beelzebufo ampinga, which translates to armored demon toad, lived about 70 million years ago in Madagascar. This was no ordinary frog. It could grow up to 40 centimeters long and weigh more than 4 kilograms. With jaws powerful enough to crush bones, it likely preyed on small reptiles, mammals, and even baby dinosaurs. Its nickname, the devil frog, fits perfectly. Fossil evidence shows its skull was thick and heavily built, its mouth lined with sharp ridges for gripping struggling prey. Modern scientists think its bite was strong enough to rival that of a small crocodile. To imagine it, think of a monstrous frog sitting in the swamps, motionless, waiting for something unlucky to wander close. Then snap, gone in an instant. While it sounds like a nightmare, Beelzebufo played an important ecological role, proving that even amphibians can evolve into apex predators under the right conditions. Its extinction was probably tied to environmental change. But its legend lives on, especially among fossil hunters who call it one of nature's most bizarre experiments, a real-life monster that once hopped through Hell's Garden. 7. Elasmotherium, the Siberian unicorn. The unicorn, that shimmering myth of purity and grace, may have been inspired by something real and far more formidable. Elasmotherium sibericum, often called the Siberian unicorn, was a massive prehistoric rhinoceros that roamed the grasslands of Eurasia about 40,000 years ago. It stood over 2 meters tall at the shoulder, weighed more than 4 tons, and carried a single horn that could reach up to 2 meters in length. This wasn't a delicate creature of fairy tales. It was a powerhouse, built for life in